What's up, everybody? Cadillac-LOS here. We're getting ready to start working on my personal car, my 83 Coupe DeVille. We are going to be bagging this one. We got our AirRide system from BC Fabrications. We got SS Slam Specialties, Viair, AccuAir, AVS. So all around we got a clean system to go into this vehicle. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channels, to all our social medias. That way we can continue to make more videos like this. Obviously we like making Cadillac videos, so make sure you guys check them out. Make sure you guys subscribe to them. That way we can continue to do this. So yeah, just follow along and I'll show you guys what we got going on. We raced it up, took the wheels already out of it. We're gonna start cutting the front suspension and just follow along. Cool. All right, all we're gonna do right now is just take the caliper off and hang it up. That way we can start working on the ball joints. Pop this out. Hang this up on the way. Right, that's brand new. So I'm gonna just tie this other way. So we got the ball joint coming out. We got the sway bar link coming out, and then it should drop after you do that. If not, you're gonna have to just take off some more parts, but we'll get to that soon. Now that the ball joint's off, the sway bar link is off, your knuckle should be all the way down, pretty much like that. You still need to get that shock out of there. The shock is holding this still in place, so I'm gonna lift this up, undo the top and the bottom of the shock. It should come right out, and then realistically just your spring. There's two bolts down here to take off the shock. Take those two out. The shock will start to move, so you have to take the cap bolt off. Alright, so we got the springs out. We ended up using the plasma cutter on it. Took the shocks out. We just gotta clean all this up now. The ball joint's gotta get replaced. Here's where the bag is going. Well, there you guys go. And then this has to be cut right here, about right there. So we'll look into that here shortly and we'll go from there. But I'm not gonna bore you guys. I gotta do the other side, so I'll check back with you guys whenever I get done with that. The back end, all we gotta do is cut out the spring, and there is a hole right there. We're gonna drill that all the way up. Well, right now the only thing we gotta do is cut the spring out, and we'll probably keep the bump stop. But there you go. That'll be the back end. That's it. Now we get ready to start getting everything cleaned up, ready for bags. That's tomorrow's job, so check out part number 2. What's up, everybody? Cadillac-LOS here. We're gonna keep working on the Cadillac today. This is day 2, part 2. We're gonna be doing the suspension. We're gonna get the airbags situated. We're gonna paint them right now. All I did was done dish soap, wait for them to dry up nicely, and then we'll primer them and give them a coat of paint. A little bit of primer and some paint, and then they're ready to get installed. There we go. First coat down. Down so the left too thin for the heavyweight. It's actually pretty damn strong. So those are going to be the battery racks, essentially. So, 3, 4, 1 battery rack. Battery fill right there. So let's get the welding. So here we got 3 battery racks with the main support. They have their own grounds, They're all grounded out differently for all of this. Everything needs to be grounded out. Okay, so now we're at the process where we gotta cut this out. So we gotta mark out where you want to cut. Take your grinder, whatever you got. We have a plasma cutter, so a little bit, and see if we can get this to work. It's the first time I've used it on this heavy metal, so we'll try it out. Alright, so we just got done cutting the front so the airbags will fit nice and flush without nothing left to do. Now is install the airbags. I still gotta cut the other side, so I'll come back after that gets done, and then we'll keep pushing forward. So this is where we're gonna be running the air hose to right here. And that's where it's gonna go down into the bag, and then yeah, run it all the way to the back. Now that we've cleaned up the cups, here's where we drilled our hole. This is your shock hole right here. This is where your air hose is gonna come up and then down to the back. Just take your knife, box cutter. Let's go down right down the line. Doesn't matter if it moves a little bit or not. It'll still hook up to that to the hose same way. 3 inches enough to cut it on. And I'll just slide right through, right on it once you put it on. This is good for that, jagged edges, and by the heat mufflers or anything that's near that. Just take it. It's open now. Just slide right on there. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and tape, put some electrical tape on the end, and then the rubber extra hose we put in there just to protect it, so that way you don't get no kinks, no cuts, no anything on this line at this tip when you go to put into your fitting, because if it does, then you'll have a leak on it. So plus you want to close that off anyways, that way no debris gets up inside of it. Well, run it through underneath the car, right against the frame rails, all the way to the front, and find the best spot for you to bring them back out of. That way you can connect to your airbag. Just find the best way to run your hoses. I'm gonna go right against the frame all the way to the front. Just make sure you keep it away from anything hot, anything moving, anything that moves up and down inside underneath the car, and then just keep it as tight as possible you can to the frame. Comes on through the top, straight into that. There she goes. Alright, so for the back airbags, what we're gonna do is that hole right there is a pilot hole. We're gonna drill into that to go up, and then from the top we're gonna drill another hole down. So we'll get back to you guys. So you drill those pilot holes there inside the trunk. There's one pilot hole. Here's the other pilot hole. What you're gonna do is take a hole saw. We're using a 4-inch. Just put it right up there and drill the hole right out. Now with both holes, see that? That one the same way over there. That's where we're gonna run your bag hole through, and then there's a big washer. You're gonna put that on top of this and then bolt it down.
Hold down for a second. Pull those bags on. It's time to bolt them on.
Okay, for your power wire, I'm using oxygen-free copper. It's going to go all the way to the front. I'm running the same as your air hose line along the frame of the body. So, all right. There's the bulkheads with the light going up. The wire harnesses are back here now. Power wires back there. Everything's on here now. Everything is back here now.
You want me to pull this over it for now?
Yep. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Alright, so everything back here is done. Everything got bolted up to the top. It travels all the way up as far as it will go. Nothing rubs. So we are all set now for framing and wiring back here with wood. And just get everything done now. But yep, we're all set. Make sure you guys check out all our channels, follow us. YouTube has the full videos. We have TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So make sure you guys follow us on there. That's the only way we can keep doing these videos. But again, this is 83. Working on the trunk now. We are making a fake floor right now. We're gonna lift it up where the tanks go, hide all the wires, and then yeah. I'll come back once I get the frame worked out, and we'll go from there. There's the beginning of it. Let's just grasp what we got going on here. Alright, so we did the frame for the most part. She's done and carpeted. I just did that. We're off the rip. Nothing to it. Just trying to see where the tanks are gonna go. Tomorrow we'll cut some more wood and put the compressors away and the tanks mounted. We're doing carpentry, and here goes basic layout. And she's done for now. So I don't like that. That looks pretty nasty. Since we can't do anything else today, we should went carpet so we can we're gonna prep the holes, get this mounted up, but we can't do anything till we get carpet back. So what we're gonna do today is we're polishing. 5 minutes into it, starting to look a lot better. We got one, and we'll keep going with it. So come back and show you guys the rest. For comparison, just got them buffing the one on the left, or the one on the right. The other one, not so much. So it doesn't end result on those. It came out pretty nice. Still gotta wipe them down a little bit better, but they come out good. We're doing stuff inside. Doing a little bit of plumbing. Gotta get all the fittings preset first. Dry fit everything. So 545 light tight. Just make sure you have all your fittings. We have more here. All 100% brass, please. You don't want this corroding. Well, yeah, we're gonna try to dry fit everything now. That way we can get all the holes cut and get everything plumbed up. So, deuces. Wiring's done. Everything's hooked up to the front. We got to weld this little bracket I just made up, and all I did was take a little bit of stock, put it against the drill, make 2 holes, put my bolts in the back, welded them, grind them off, and then made it as smooth as possible. That way my solenoid can go right there. Ta-da! That's all that's for. It's grounded out correctly, nice and neat, nothing else to it. So, again, all we did was take a little bit of stock, drill them out, brought it over here, welded it, took it right there, grinded it down, and then you got a perfect bracket. So we're gonna weld this on here shortly, right here, and there you go. I'm gonna get welding on it and I'll come back. What's up, everybody? So we did the big 3, swapped out over the alternator wire. This goes to feed the back end of the car. Everything here got plugged into that box there. Okay, we pre-ran all the wires before we did any of this. So it's all under the carpet to the back seat. And then I have everything going back here. So that right there, the main lead comes in, then secondary battery goes into that, third battery goes into that, and then from that lead goes under the carpet. There's my other A&M fuse. We have the module here, or the wiring for the switches. From that back there goes to that fuse. That fuse goes to right here. And then from the solenoid, it splits out to both compressors. You have your ignition wire for the compressor here, and then you have your pressure switch wire here. So it was done fairly simple, and again, it took my time to pre-wire everything for the subs. And again, like here's the backup camera, everything else that we need. Well, yes, if you have any questions, I'm happy to help out with the wiring as well. But that's what I did. That's how I did all my wiring. And yep. So she's working the way it should. Getting ready to close this hood and go from there. just like that. Get this one done. We'll finish up the videos. Well, it's great rock and roll. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. Let airlines, power. So we're all set. Wife's. There's this setup, fully done. Cadillac. It's a little cleaning, but she's all set. And that is the end of this build for now. Stay tuned. Check out the rest of our videos, and go ahead and subscribe, like all our social medias. We do giveaways. We got a few going now, and we got raffles as well. So you guys check us out, and see you guys in the next one. Deuces.